How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today started week 4 of Packers training camp. It was day 11, so in today's video, we're going to recap everything that happened in today's practice. Now, firstly, this practice was moved indoor due to the rain into the Don Hutson Center. It was a shoulder pads only practice, no leg pads, and it is a busy week for the Packers. 3 padded practices today, and then they have joint practices Wednesday and Thursday with the Patriots ahead of their second preseason game against the Patriots this Saturday at Lambeau. If you've ever thought, why in the world is my wireless bill so darn high, then let me tell you about Mint Mobile, who I'm partnering with in today's video. You might already know Mint Mobile if you've seen the funny ads from Ryan Reynolds, who is also their owner, but let me quickly tell you how awesome their service is. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for as low as $15 a month, and you don't have to sacrifice any coverage, speed, or data. They're built on the nation's largest 5G network, and they keep costs low because they sell to you direct online. They cut out all the retail stores and salespeople. Why should you have to pay for more than you have to for access to the same network? All Mint Mobile plans include unlimited nationwide text and talk, plus lightning fast 5G and free mobile hotspot. Mint Mobile also offers a modern family plan and lets you set up an affordable family plan with as little as 2 lines. Switching to Mint Mobile is also super easy. Thanks to their digital eSIM cards, you can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. And if your phone isn't eSIM compatible, Mint Mobile will send you a new SIM card for free. It only takes 15 minutes to switch, and Mint Mobile has great customer service if you need any help. And now, as a special limited time offer, you can get their unlimited plan, which is normally $30 a month, for only $15 a month. That's a 50% savings on their already super low price. It only takes 15 minutes to pay as low as $15 a month for your phone plan. It's really that simple. Use my link in the description to get started or scan the QR code. It really helps out my channel. And if you've already made the switch, let me know down in the comments. All right, so now let's dive into the recap, and first we'll go over some injury updates. There are some new injury updates to go over here after that first game against the Bengals. First and foremost, Tyler Davis is out. He tore his ACL. He will not be back this year, obviously. Luke Tenuta also had a very significant injury. That was an ankle injury. Tyler Goodson left the Bengals game with a shoulder injury. Caleb Jones with an ankle injury. Other players not practicing today. Eric Stokes still on PUP. Bakhtiari is again out. I think he was out yesterday as well. Who knows kind of what that deal is? Are they just letting him rest, knowing they have 2 joint practices Wednesday and Thursday? Not really sure there. I think he's okay. I don't think it's an injury. I think it is just a rest day. Lou Nichols is out still. Tariq Carpenter is out. And also Kenny Clark is a new addition to the injury report with a back injury, so maybe he tweaked something in yesterday's practice. Jair Alexander is back at practice. We didn't see him yesterday, but he didn't do team sessions, so just individual drills. Probably nothing really to worry about there. They're just being cautious with him. They don't really need him to practice too much. He's not even going to play in any of the preseason games, and Valentine has been filling in for him nicely. All right, so now let's dive into the recap for the offense in today's practice. The starting offense was, as usual, Jordan Love, Aaron Jones, Dobbs and Watson, Musgrave at tight end, Nyman at left tackle with Bakhtiari, Elton Jenkins at left guard, Josh Myers at center, John Runyon Jr. at right guard, and Zach Tom at right tackle. Now, Zach Tom did get some reps at left guard, and when that happened, Rasheed Walker was put into right tackle, and Matt LaFleur has had some high praise for Rasheed Walker as of late, so nice to see him get these reps at right tackle. To me, he definitely makes the roster. Another important thing to note on the offensive line, Royce Newman was getting reps with the 3rd offensive line today. He's been struggling a lot in this camp during the joint practices, during the preseason game, just kind of getting, even family night, it's really getting blown up. So there is a very high chance Royce Newman doesn't end up making this 53-man roster. I've always liked his versatility, but he really hasn't been showcasing any good this entire offseason, so the Packers may favor someone like Caleb Jones or someone else over Royce Newman to make this roster. Recapping the 1v1s for the offense, Kraft had nice body control on an out route on Jonathan Owens where he spun and caught the ball that was thrown behind him, so nice seeing that there by Tucker Kraft, showcasing his receiving ability. Luke Musgrave beat Rudy Ford. Christian Watson beat Keyshawn Nixon on a deep stop route, really sold vertical well, and then the next route he did go vertical and beat Nixon again. It's just so hard to cover Christian Watson. Samori Torres smoked Shamar Jean-Charles on a route. Really liked what I saw from him against the Bengals in that game. Romeo Doubs had a nice double move on a corner route on Rasul Douglas where it got complete. That's been a huge matchup this whole training camp, Rasul Douglas versus Romeo Doubs, and Douglas has been playing really well in training camp, but nice to see Doubs beat him on occasion here, just showcasing his skill. We saw that all awesome catch for a touchdown from Jordan Love in that Bengals game. He also had a nice tiptoe catch against Rasul on an out route in 1v1s as well. Jaden Reed beat Darnell Savage easily. Reed has been super impressive all of training camp and also that Bengals game. DeGuara beat Anthony Johnson Jr. Matt LaFleur also had praise for Anthony Johnson Jr. in today's presser, further giving signs that this guy will make the roster. And then finally, Grant DuBose had a great route and catch versus Carrington Valentine. And Valentine has been really, really good and had a really great practice today, and we'll get into that. So it says a lot about Grant DuBose being able to beat him there. Grant DuBose also had a really nice day of practice. Moving on to the team portion of practice for the offense, play action worked well for Jordan Love today. The defense bought play action a lot, and we saw that happen in the first preseason game against the Bengals often. It seems like the Packers are wanting to use play action a lot, which I agree with. I think they definitely should. On one of the occasions of a play action play, Love found Watson on a 30-yard deep out, and it was completed. Again, a couple overthrows for Jordan Love today. We saw against the Bengals overthrowing Luke Musgrave, and in other practices, it's kind of been a problem. So it seems like overthrowing the ball is still kind of affecting Jordan Love, and he needs to get that under wraps. He missed Jaden Reed high on a play action play, and he also overthrew Dobbs across the middle as well. Love also did a good job today using his hard count, got the defense to jump off sides one of the times. I think it was Carl Brooks who jumped off sides. So nice to see the hard count being used by Jordan Love. Luke Musgrave continues to be a mismatch. There was multiple times in today's practice where he ran a crosser and he broke wide open. We saw that obviously in the Bengals game, the one overthrow by Jordan Love, and how Luke Musgrave is going to be used in this offense, and that's exactly how he should be used. The dude is an extreme mismatch. If you put a linebacker against him, he's faster than him. If you put a smaller defensive back on him, he's bigger than them. So I love seeing the Packers use Musgrave the right way. The Packers have been missing a tight end like this for a very, very long time. Rookie wide receiver Jaden Reed also had a great day. He's been impressive all of camp and in that Bengals game, as I said earlier. And also, as I mentioned, Grant DuBose very impressive today. He had multiple catches in the team portion. Hopefully he can suit up this Saturday. He didn't play in the Bengals preseason game. We saw him out on NFI with that back injury up until last week, so probably wasn't 100%. Hoping he can suit it up this Saturday. I want to see him in a live game. He's been impressive so far, and he's fighting for that 6th wide receiver spot. Now, the last play of practice ended in a interception by Carrington Valentine on Jordan Love. It was a would-be pick 6 for 80 yards. Valentine jumped Romeo Dobbs out route very easily and took it to the house. He's been the star of camp, Carrington Valentine. 7th round pick out of Kentucky, has showed so much promise. Right now, he is cornerback number 4. He's been getting snaps with the ones in place of Jair. He looked super impressive in that game in Cincinnati. I mean, just the swagger and all of that. He might be the next 7th round draft selection steal for the Green Bay Packers at cornerback. And if he continues this up, the Packers are going to have to find ways to get him on the field when regular season comes around. And speaking of the defense, moving over to the defense, going over some of these starters, John Owens got the start again at safety, so still rotating a lot of those safeties around. Van Ness and Colby Wooden also with the ones today. Wooden in for Kenny Clark, who's out with that back injury. Valentine in for Jair, like I said. Donald Levitt and Tarvarius Moore were with the second team safeties. Keandre Thomas and Shamar Jean-Charles were with the second team cornerbacks. As for the 1v1 recap for the defense, Keandre Thomas had a nice pass breakup on a slant to Bo Melton. Terrell Ford, great coverage on Tay Wicks. Pass breakup for Valentine on DuBose, so they had a good matchup today, both of them winning a few reps there. And Tarvarius Moore had a nice physical pass breakup on Tucker Kraft. As for the recap for team portions for the defense, Colby Wooden, as I said, was with the ones today in place of Kenny Clark, and he had a very nice day. He exploded for a would-be sack on Sean Clifford. Nice seeing the 4th rounder out of Auburn get some quality first team snaps in this practice. TJ Slayton had a nice run stop on AJ Dillon, beating John Runyon Jr. in the backfield. And Carl Brooks, their 6th round pick out of Bowling Green, continues to be a problem. You know how high I am on Carl Brooks. I loved him coming out of the draft. I was so hyped when the Packers got him all the way in the 6th round. He, again, in today's practice, was in the backfield a lot. That's been consistent all of training camp. This dude just continues to get into the backfield. Also a great day for Brenton Cox Jr., who I thought had a really nice day in Cincinnati. I feel like he disrupted the Bengals offense a lot. Today he beat Andre Miller, who was playing as tight end. I know they signed him as a wide receiver, but the Packers are short on tight end right now, and he was kind of a tight end convert on the Giants, so he was playing tight end today. Brenton Cox beat him for a would-be sack. He also beat Royce Newman, who was playing right tackle, for a would-be sack, and then he had a 3rd sack, but he was completely unblocked somehow, but still nonetheless a would-be sack. To me, Brenton Cox Jr. has to make this roster, even though he'll be the 6th edge guy. And I know it's crazy to carry 6 edges on your roster, but Rashawn Gary isn't 100% yet, so he's not his full self. So to me, you got to have more bodies in that room. And I just feel like you cannot cut Brenton Cox Jr. He's not going to pass waivers. Another team is going to sign him, and I think that would be a big mistake. It was also a very nice day for edge Justin Hollins. He had 2 run stops in the backfield. He saw limited action in that preseason game, more so showing that he's going to be one of the starters at edge opposite Preston Smith, kind of in that rotation, and more so shows that he is a roster lock, like I've been saying all of offseason. Overall, a lot of pressure on the quarterback by the defense today. Then to wrap things up, quickly going over special teams, Anders Carlson went 4 of 6 today, good from 33, 43, 44, and 47, and missed from 33 and 45. So consistency still an issue with Anders Carlson. He missed 2 PATs in that Bengals game. It's just been a kind of a mess of an up and down ride for Anders Carlson, missing kicks, making nice kicks. It still just baffles me that the Packers don't have any kicking competition right now. I just really wish they would sign a guy to at least compete. But they spent a 6th-round pick on him, so he'll likely just make the roster based off of that, which is kind of ridiculous to me. But that does it for day 11 of Green Bay Packers training camp recap. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like down below. As I stated, they have a joint practice Wednesday and Thursday. They are off practice tomorrow, so be on the lookout for all the content right here on this channel for Wednesday and Thursday heading into that second preseason game on Saturday. So if you're new here, definitely go down and click that subscribe button. But I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Pack Go.